Hello! It is I. I'm back again. Hopefully feeling a little better today. I'm not 100% sure if I am feeling a lot better, but worst case we'll just do another shorter stream. This time I started out on the treadmill, with the idea being, if I'm on the treadmill, I'll be more energetic, and I'll feel better, and we can stream for longer, you know? Ooh, I feel like this is a sci-fi game of some description, but I don't know if I've ever seen this before. It's like an electric claw. I don't know what character. I'm gonna do like Marvel just to see if it's part of that franchise. What am I looking at? Gauntlet? It's like the only... Oh no, I have no idea. Streets of... Double Dragon, Streets of Rage? Apparently, I got it like that. There we go, it's the third one. They have a boxing kangaroo? That's crazy. Give me the boxing kangaroo. Version USA. Character Axel Stone. Ending path good. Difficulty hard. No damage, no death, no continuous good ending. Sick. How long is a long play? 1 hour, 30 minutes. I'm good. That's like almost the length of The Last Sovereign. Like at least partway there, if you don't think about it too much. I'm be real, this screams Star Wars to me. This looks like the S from the Star Wars logo. And there's enough random... Okay, it's not. Hello, Kirby! What is this then? Is this like is it... No, it's not like Atari. Graffiti. Might be pretty old. It's not like Jet Set Radio. Oh, it is. This is a J? Okay. I keep thinking I'm really bad at these. Like every time I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna get this. I don't know games. I know no games. Zero knowledge of games outside of what I play myself. And then I always get them. And I don't understand how this keeps happening. But it's a consistent trend at this point. 1 second. Gonna move the treadmill back a little bit. Here we go. I thought this was a knife. I thought this was like an obsidian knife, but it's the weirdest leg ever. It's like weirdly high resolution. Like the shading is fantastic on this. Like look at this. Why does this... It looks so bad, but so good. I have no idea what I'm looking at. So weird. Who the fuck... Who has this? Three average attempts? Well, okay. Spy. Oh. It's 4, right? It's Persona 4. No, this is... No, he has a different outfit in 4. It's free. No, wait. Is this the Nocturne protagonist? Could be Yusuke also. What's his fucking name? You just get dressed as white? Okay, thank you. You're probably right, I just forgot. This is a Persona character for sure, though. I'm just trying to figure out exactly which one. It's not now. It's not a Persona 4 character, I don't think. It's also not a... It's not a Joker outfit, is it? There's no way it's a Joker. It is Naoto! Oh my god. I was like, it's not Naoto. No, it's Naoto. Okay, that makes sense. Why did I think... oh, is it because I mostly see... Oh, no, it's because I confused Naoto and the Golden Girl. The girl they introduced in Golden. What's her name? So this is Naoto. There's also this outfit I'm thinking of. You see this more than the high school outfit. I'm pretty sure. Nah, you see that decent bit. It just looks... It's a completely different shading. But this is the same outfit, yeah. You see this outfit a lot. She does wear it all the time, but the shading is completely different, so I didn't clock it at all. What's the golden girl? I forget her name. Marie, that's it. Marie. For some reason I was thinking of Marie, but... That Naoto was Marie, but no. It's the cap. This is the worst one, I hate this one, but it's also really funny how badly described some games are, so... Duels, feints, shields, halberd. For honor. Ballista catapult, crossbow, longsword. Chivalry. Totally accurate battle simulator. You're listing weapons! We know! What's the other one? Total War? No, it's not Total War. It's, everyone knows this one. I forget. It's like more popular than Total War. Mountain Blade. Okay, I've listed everything. There are no more games. I've done all the medieval games ever made. This shit is crazy. I'm skipping. That's not real. How was I supposed to spell this? I wasn't. This is just fake. In other news, I love how Firefox was trying to dox me. I opened Firefox, a new tab. I was gonna start the stream on a new tab. And in the corner, it just had my exact location. On like a new weather widget they put in. And they're like, here's your fucking address. As the widget. I'm like, bro, no! It wasn't quite that exact, but it was close enough that it was like trivially easy to find me. Not that it's that difficult anyway. I live in Sweden and I haven't signed up for the exemption thing, so it's extremely easy to find anyone in Sweden, but you'd have to work like at least like twice as hard without that. But no, we love that. Enshittification. Can't trust anything, not even Firefox. That's been true for a long time, but it's extra true now. Okay. Mommy says I have elfness in me. She's the best. I remember we were waiting to do this until we did some other stuff, but I forget if we wanted to do this... Like, the reason we're thinking about it now is for Lenine's request. I think it makes sense that it's like the next thing you would do to make Lenine's request work. That said, I am going to I am going to go to Lunin's request again. I'm the last sovereign. Kinga, you need to play Undertale 2. I forget who went in here. It might be like Schaller or something. Someone joined the stream, and I said, you haven't talked to me since I quit Melee. Fake friend, by the way. But also, the game Undertale 2. No, I don't mean Deltarune. What? You think I'm stupid? No. What the fuck? Of course I don't mean Deltarune. Just Google Undertale 2. Undertale 2. It's easy. It's Undertale 2. And the reason I say this is because this isn't an Undertale fan game, it's a Toho fan game. I'm not even kidding. There is more Toho content in this than there is Undertale content, and it's really good. I'm not even joking. Like, this is a big Toho shitpost. And anyone who hasn't played Toho is going to get half as much enjoyment out of this game as if you played Toho. It's great. I don't think they even mention Toho here. It's really funny that they don't mention Toho. But yeah, that's an Undertale, or that's a Toho fan game, not an Undertale fan game. That's part of why it's so good. We need more strong sources of wood. Could we pull it off in Dargilon? Sure. Seems like a reasonable decision. Great, that gets us one step closer to finished. Oh, I have to pick one of them. Okay. In that case, I mean, I don't care which one I picked. I thought I wanted to do Altina so we could do both, but... 90% done. What the fuck else could we... What the fuck else could we possibly do? Trade deal at the Arden embassies. Have we done that? I think we have. Should I look this up? It's marked in green. I don't trust the green and the white at all anymore. But you know, I think we just click yes, right? Like I'm thinking about it, and I don't think there's anything we could possibly do to like be sure. That's the thing, right? Like we could go and check it out, but I don't think we could be sure. Yes, I think so. We have all kinds of wonderful news to bring back to the Elders. Back to Feltiar then. I also think 90% seems like might be just the best we can get. We're no longer on the optimal train. I also just want to get the quests done, make some progress. Yes, I just need to talk to the Elders, and then we'll be done. Stick close, Simon. Good luck, everyone. What? Did I not read that right? In Feltiar, right? I thought they would TP me. How are you doing? Yeah, that's fair. It's also partly my fault because I've taken all the quests and done them in like a disjointed order when I haven't necessarily had to. But it is what it is. I should put you next to the crystal that you teleported from. How's the kid doing? They're going to be in Lunin's room, right? Like that would make the most sense. Kinda have a problem with that. I think it's pretty unavoidable when you get a bunch of bonuses for doing certain quests before other ones. But yeah, it is kind of a design problem more than anything else. I don't think there should be any cross-pollution between the quests here, so you can focus on one at a time without feeling like you need to do any of the other ones first. I think that's pretty poor design. I agree entirely. Alright, it's also part of like why I'm at like, oh, I'm at 90%. Oh, do I have to go and do all the other quests? It's like, bad feeling. It kills a lot of momentum, because you have to second guess yourself at every step. We just need to share all our results with the elders. Filial, want to join in? I think this is firmly in your capable hands. Well then, wish me luck. Yeah, I mean, that was fine. The ones that popped up after Simon stopped being depressed, I think that's okay. But I don't think they should cross-pollute. Make them all like that? Yeah, they should all... Like, they shouldn't tie into each other. Maybe you're supposed to do every single quest that's available beforehand. But, like, the Cum quest, I'm pretty sure popped up at the start, and that has cross-pollution with other quests, so... Yeah, I don't think it's... The quests that come up after Simon stops being depressed cross-pollutes with quests from before. But it's all linear. I don't think that's how it works. I think it's pretty arbitrary, but I don't know. I'd have to look at the structure. It's done. We'll need time to work out all the agreements, but we have a foundation. Good work, Lenin. Do you feel better about the role of elves moving into the future now? No. I have a better option. Which is? Just... At Kermelas, please tell us. For real. That's how I solve all my problems. At this point, you know how people say, like, ChatGPT or Claude, please do Y, please tell me X? That's Genmelas for me. He's my AI chatbot. Or them. I don't know their gender. I shouldn't assume. I should really go by it. Because, you know, if they're truly an AI chatbot, we want to dehumanize them as much as possible. I hate people who, like, legitimately don't... They start seeing them like half people. It tilts me so bad. Especially because they inevitably don't understand them in the slightest. Oh, it's so annoying. Part of why they're so dangerous, I think. Anyway, no point in AI rambling for the 17th or umpteenth time. Yes, I really do. There may not be any great profit in it for us, or world-shaking politics, or any fancy magic. But now, future elves have a robust framework. They can choose their own paths, not just enchanted wood, but whatever they want. I think this was excellently done. Opening the eyes of others to future potentials will ultimately be better than dictating policy from the top down. I don't like the plural of potential. I don't like saying potentials instead of just potential. As many things as we've done and still need to do, maybe this is a better model for our future work. So, Simon, Filial and I were talking, and we want to set up one more thing. We're not done? Lenin deserves a reward for all her hard work, don't you think? Let's go back to my headquarters. Sex scene. Did I skip dialogue at the end, or was it just... Nope. So that's her quest done. Progress. Altina quest was next, but I wanted to check out... I remembered that Filial didn't want to help Wendy's before, and I was wondering if now she would want to. I also distinctly remember we're waiting for some quest before we do Cum's thing to the end because we wanted another teacher for her or whatever it was. Which I might be done waiting for soon. That's not the right place. Okay. What is this about? I haven't talked to anyone here. I'm sorry, Altina. I did my best, but... Were you trying to get support from Dargelon? From either of the Elven Kingdoms, but there's not that much interest in supporting your cause. That's not fair. So many elves died, and we shouldn't let them be forgotten. Oh yeah, this is the Northern Elf stuff. You have to understand, the forested nations were separated from the Western nations by human kingdoms, so they grew apart. Sad as it is to say, some didn't mourn them. Now the Mother's Guard and other groups can claim to speak for all elf kind. Okay, so this is clearly canonically before the Mother of the Elves quest, right? The Mother's Guard doesn't exist anymore. Or not, like... I mean... Their leader was the elf that's now hanging around in Yihilin. Kinda just vibing in the slums. Thinking about getting cucked with the Mother of the Elves. Or rather, fantasizing about how fucked she's getting. If I recall correctly. Like, the order of events... We might have made this backwards. It might seem heartless, but it's a political calculation. They don't want to spend energy on dead allies, especially since they view this as a succubus cause. Was there really so much bad blood between them? Hello, Marcus! Hey, how old do you think I am? Sorry, I didn't mean to. How old do you think I am, Marcus? Pop quiz. I saw you log into Path of Exile. I'm happy I'm not the only one still playing. Like, half my friends list made it to 80 or like 85 and then quit immediately. Fuck you, Marcus. How did you know? Are you stalking me? Have you looked it up? But yeah, no, almost no one's online on my friends list anymore. And I'm like, that's fair. But also, it's crazy because I'm wondering how many of the... how many people on my list prefer PoE 1. Because they tend to play that for like months still. But then they don't play PoE 2. But the large player count for the game, and it hasn't dipped that much, has it? Let's see. Steam DB Path of Exile 2. I feel like it has... No, it's still massive. And I find that so fascinating that despite having way better retention than Path of Exile 1 leagues, most of my friends list has quit already. Really weird. I must self-select for people who would prefer the first game rather than the second game, is my guess. But the answer I can give you is that I didn't realize there were elves who had such a pan-elven view until I got out of the forests. Yeah, I'm just surprised that I don't feel like my friends list in either game is a bunch of tryhards in that sense, but I also do have a much larger friends list in the first game rather than the second. I wish they carried over, because then you would really see the like a proper comparison. There's way too many people that haven't logged into the first game in like leagues and leagues and leagues, years and years and years on my friends list, that I would love to see if they're playing the second game. I guess we tend to band together around our identities elsewhere, but in the forests you only see the differences. Anyway, the long and short of it is that you won't get much support from us. My apologies. Yeah, you're fucking useless, we know. Aurelius, does Gelderon have some help to offer? Nope, they don't give a shit. Okay, this quest is gonna go atrociously. Wonderful start. Oh, but we do have records from the pre-war era, which makes certain implications about the Elven Kingdoms. Thanks to the archives being in good condition, we have just about everything that was preserved. We'll take everything we can get. That helps a lot, Aurelius. So much knowledge and culture were lost in the destroyed lands. I know, even with all we've done, we can never restore what was lost. This whole effort is admirable, Altina. I freely admit, I didn't respect you much at first, but underestimation is one of my weaknesses. No. Orlissi, you don't need to give her this. You're right. There's nothing to respect about her. She's not a real character. You're a much better mage than I gave you credit for, and I truly respect this scholarly effort of yours. Really? You're not just setting me up for something? Kirby, stop being an ass about it. We're gonna get infinite divine. We can just take it out of her. Like, she's not going to say no. You realize this. She has no, like, will of her own. That's part of the problem. Character development zilch. So, you know, we can just take it out of her. She won't say no. She'll be sad, but she's always sad. So, like, is my reputation that bad? No, it was a real compliment. Thank you, Orlissi. If there's ever a way we can help each other, just let me know. I gotta up the table a little more. Noticed I was looking down at the screen in unhealthy ways. I'll do that. What the fuck is an orc with a hard hat doing here? Dig, for great elf stuff. Is that a proposal or a description of what we're doing? Good at digging, find many nice things. Give you. We certainly will need some digging, so I'll remember you if we find good sites. She has the self-esteem of a baby sardine. I think it's much lower than that, I'm gonna be real. Well, Lineen, why are you standing Blair Witching in the corner? If I'm slow to respond, that's why. No worries, Marcus. Good luck. I died on my my first hardcore character. I made 3 characters so far. Went to endgame, killed Arbiter of Ash in softcore, self-found. Then restarted in hardcore. Killed Arbiter of Ash, killed Matriarch. Died before I got to the Patriarch, so I haven't tried Arbiter of Divinity yet. I died to the dumbest thing possible, which is I was playing the Ape Summoner build, where you run around with the giant quadrilla ape, and another ape spawned, and it did a slam attack, and I thought it was my ape, because, you know, all apes look the same. So I just stood and tanked a big ape slam, and it fucking demolished me. And I looked and I was like, wait, that's not my ape. It has a different implement to bash things with. It's using, like, a tree branch instead of a pillar. Fuck! Wrong ape! And then I died to the ape, right? Like, I just got one tap, and I was like, what the fuck? It's the one that spawns from the Vol Temple mechanic, so it spawned in, like, the heat of combat. So, if it was a boss, that'd be one thing, but it wasn't. Oh, Land Shark? Nice. Yeah, I might give it a try again with the Infernal Legion version, where you run the Chimera. That has really high damage, but it has really low area of effect by default, so I'd have to solve that, which, we'll see. But yeah, so I got to like level 89, I think, on that character, and then died. And then now I re-rolled a Lich, which is just about to hit maps, and the reason I did Lich is because I can start with Plant Lich, which is really, really, really strong, and then, once I get Abyssal Lich from killing Kulamak, I can go Twister Lich, which is the fastest build in the game. It might not be the absolute fastest build in the game, but in Solo Self-Found, it's easily the fastest build in the game. I can't grab the cast on dodge shit that people are doing to go fast, but oh, that'll be really fast. So that's my plan. And so far I haven't died. We'll see if I keep playing if I die, but since I lived on a 2000 life Spirit Walker until level 89, I think at 15,000 HP Lich is gonna be fine. Anyway, sorry for the aside. I just think it's really funny that I played the ape summoning build and then I died to not knowing which ape was which. There really is no funnier way for that to happen. Altina, I was able to discover something useful after all. At least, I hope. What is it? So, the Fallen Kingdoms were said to have somewhat better techniques for regulating sexual magic and elves' weakness to it. No, all of apparently not mine apes. Yeah. I got owned by an NFT. It wasn't enough to save them when the Incubus Emperor attacked, but they made discoveries. Discoveries that were lost during the war. Were you able to find something? Just some potential elven magic. Not very powerful, I'm afraid. It can't add to Simon or the succubi. But I believe that it could improve lives for the elves, at least a little. I just need resources to research it fully and see what we can recover. Alright, I think I understand. I'll let you know if we can. I mean, we definitely want to do that. Okay, we need to build influence by talking to people, I see. Want elf things? Have elf things! That's very kind, but we're looking for ancient... Old! Is old elf pot. This actually does look like ancient pottery. Elf pot. Thank you for bringing it to us. What? That gave us an influence. What the fuck? Okay. Is this the elder from Yihilin? No, it's not. I have to say, everything I've seen from this project seems very practical. Don't you care about combat magic? It's most of what I do, but most of that sort of thing was already widely known. You can do better than that. With the right help, you could potentially discover powerful new spells. Are you offering that help? Yeah, that's my specialty. I might not be as powerful as you, but I have relevant expertise. I don't know if it would be right to spend our resources on myself, but I'll think about your offer. Altina thinks we're spending this on her. Altina thinks she's part of the gang. Altina is wrong. Also, I touched my microphone for a split second and 2 monitors died. And I realized I'm wearing... what's it called? I'm not wearing the capacitive strap. And I'm wearing, like... long pants, long underpants for like running, which I think conduct static electricity extremely well. So I think I just shocked my entire PC. I put on the strap now. I don't know if it would be right to spend our resources on myself, but I'll think about your offer. Feels like I've not slept for 3 days and my shoulder is shot. Also, hello. Well, random 404. Haven't you thought to not do that? Sorry, that's unhelpful, but that sounds awful. I feel you with the bad sleep. Whenever I'm on night shifts and I fuck up my sleep like remotely, it leads to so many days of fucked up sleep because I have to correct it. Isn't she still the second best mage character? Yeah, but why would I run a mage character when I have Lilith? I'm just never not gonna run Lilith. Lilith is 4 characters in one. Lilith, my beloved. You think I'm investing in any non-Lilith character and Simon at this point? No. Those are the only real characters here. We are hard workers. Sometimes find pretty elven coins. Coins? Not sex? They must be the special prawn tokens minted by the Northern Kingdoms. Will you pay for coins? I guess Robin is the best one then? Robin gets the fact that Robin gets a decent damage AoE skill that debuffs all enemies as long as she's together with Lilith makes her so good, yes. The downside is that Lilith gets a 555 mana cost spell, which is steep to pay, but on the other hand, it is very strong, so... Yeah, Altina gives, like, a very relatively bad skill in comparison, so... If you're willing to give them to us, we can compensate you. We don't understand elfing, but it is good to help. We'll help, if fair pay. I'm sure that we can work something out, if these are real elven artifacts. We find many things while mining. We'll bring all of them for elves. That didn't cost anything. Got +2 influence from that. Hello, I don't know how much I can help, but we're here to try. You have a powerful institution. Have you uncovered anything? I was counting Lilith as the best magic caster. No. Lilith we've gone full attack on. Lilith has garbage magic stats, funnily enough. She has, like, the highest physical damage out of almost everyone, I think. But she is played like a caster, you're not wrong. We don't have any particularly great knowledge. But we haven't destroyed anything we uncovered in our work, so we can contribute some documents. It cost prawns long ago. Had you not invested in a thing, the orc wouldn't have been here. I will thank the orc and forget that it is my own result that led him to be here. We thank the universe here, okay? It's all about the cycle of samsara. About giving back to the world, okay? Like, what you give to the world comes back to you. It's karma. So, really, like... Did I pay for an investment that made the orc come here and give us coins from ancient kingdoms? Maybe, but maybe I didn't. It's not worth reflecting over. And by that I mean, I don't want to... I've hit the point, I've hit like a hard cap on how much I can consider in this game. That, at this point, I'm so down to just keep going on vibes and not stop to reflect that much. Are we vegan as well? Have you heard about vegan light? It's where you sheet with fish, and then you sheet with dairy. But then sometimes you sheet with chicken as well. Cause like that's my official vegan position. I've also signed the Succubus Holy Knights to offer all the assistance they can. Oh, thank you so much. The reason I say that is because a lot of people do go like, oh no, I'm vegan. I just sometimes do X and Y, and it's like, what? Wait, what? This is... Are you... This is usable outside of combat. Are you... Okay, I guess every character is infinite mana and I don't even have to pull them into the party. I just click this button. Chat, should I go to the Yuri Cafe? Yes. Always. You should go to the Yuri Cafe and you should report back. Have you become Yuri? If not, you need to be Yurified harder. I'm afraid I don't have very much for you. Oh, but you've lived so long. I'd hoped... I don't really care about being vegan in principle. I care about having a sustainable diet, so I limit my meat consumption heavily. Funnily enough, exactly the same for me. I try to avoid red meat as much as possible. I haven't... Like, sometimes I eat red meat when I'm eating out, but I never order red meat home, and I very rarely order red meat home, and I don't cook red meat, basically ever. I guess sometimes I cook steaks when I have guests, because it's sort of like it depends on who it is, but like my parents sort of care that like, oh, you're good at cooking, and steak is like, oh, you have people visiting, so you should serve them steak, and it's like a vibe that they have. So when they're visiting, or like it's like a family thing, I'll cook steak, but it's not something I eat on my own. And in general, I just try to avoid it. So it's one of those things where, on principle, I limit it, but I will make exceptions. They're doing like convention side panel things, reporting best of 3 game results at the Yuri Cafe. WLW, win, loss, win. Wonderful. You gotta... I don't know what the side panels are, but you gotta win whatever games they have, so that you can flex in front of the Yuri audience. Women loving women. Well, you said best of 3 game results, and the result was win, loss, win, which is a best of 3 result that's valid. So I feel like that's arguably as... It's a double entendre. Nice. Okay, if it was intentional, that's sick. I actually adore that. That's great. Others who were alive before the war, particularly refugees, can tell you more than I can. I was always focused on the end goals, trying to find some way to bring down the Incubus Emperor, or at least reduce the evil he could cause. Which means, when it comes to these details that make up life, I'm not worth very much at all. Most likely, the succubi with elf fetishes, who I always thought of as silly, will be worth far more than me when it comes to this. We all have things in our past we wish we could do differently. Like for me, I wish I took the mind break route instead of whatever no sauce route I did here. Would have been a more interesting character by being explicitly less interesting. Indeed we do. But the fact that we're even here, able to recover what was lost, that's ultimately because of you, isn't it? No one will thank you for this, but you didn't do it to be thanked, did you? I suppose not. Thank you, Altina. You're unreasonably kind. Most basic kind words possible. She shows a modicum of empathy that you would expect friends to show each other. Yeah, you're unreasonably kind, okay? It's like when the kid is playing on the Xbox or thinks they're playing on the Xbox. You just gotta be like, wow, you helped so much during that fight, and the controller's unplugged. But you do have a few things for me, right? I do recall a significant amount about the magical techniques used in the Lost Kingdoms, so I'll share those with your cause. But the cursed gift I have to offer is a choice about what sort of kingdoms you'll revive. Why should that be a choice? Shouldn't the truth be enough? Is that a Lost Kingdoms reference? It might be, in the sense that Lost Kingdoms is... I love Lost Kingdoms, I think it's 1 for the GameCube. I have played it as a kid for like 3 times all the way through, I think. And even if I didn't intend it to be a reference, it could have been, just because I fucking adore that game. I didn't expect you to know that game. I grew up with it. I got so mindfucked when I realized it was a FromSoft title, like, years later. I was like, this shit is not a FromSoft title. But that game is esoteric and so fucking weird, but it's really good. It's really bad as well, don't get me wrong. It's like in some ways an objectively bad game, but it's interesting and good in ways that make it a very enjoyable experience. I don't know if it's the first or the second one I played, though. It's the one for the GameCube for sure. Wait, or PlayStation 2. Is it for PlayStation 2 or is it for GameCube? Oh, for GameCube? Okay, cool. It might be... I'd have to double check. I actually remember the box art. Lost Kingdom... box art. It's the first game. I have not played the second game, I've only played the first game. Better gameplay? What? You mean running around spamming, like, oh my god, the card system is so weird. Running around farming for cards and running out of charges mid-fight, like you don't think that's good gameplay? Winning the like card game battles against other enemies as well to get more cards, I believe. God, it's so many years ago. I just remember. Yeah, it's one of those things where I get frustrated because since I know I've played through the game multiple times, I feel like I should have like an encyclopedic knowledge of the combat, but I thought about it now and I was like, I just remember the cards and I remember one specific boss fight that was complete horse shit, but I don't remember any details. So when I was like acquiring cards, I'm like, no, yeah, you do run around and farm cards from monsters, but how do you do that? I don't recall. But there's like a card fight mechanic separately from the main mechanic, I believe. But then I was like, that could just be me putting in Triple Triad from Final Fantasy IX into my memories because I played them at roughly the same time. So it's so funny when you have childhood memories from such a young age and it all kind of blends together. And you say one is the better story, but I do not recall the story at all. You won't have access to the full truth, only facets of it. Keep this in mind as you speak with everyone. The succubi remember the elves, but a specific vision of them. An idealized vision that may be more sexual than reality. I hope that won't offend you. No, I understand. It isn't just the succubi. Human factions will also engage in motivated reasoning to recall the lost elves in ways that are politically convenient for them. God, the writing in this game is so good. And it hardly needs to be said that the remaining elven kingdoms have their own agendas. Oh, can't we just... If you're thinking of just sharing every single thing we learn, that may be a muddled middle ground. You got me. I feel like that's what Simon would do. Don't suppress anything, but you do need to decide on a final vision for this project. How will the Lost Kingdoms be remembered? That's such a major decision. Can I think about it? Of course. No, they lock you into the decision in the dialogue box and you're not allowed to back out. Altina, I have a suggestion that may fall outside what you considered so far. What I said? Ulrissa has been observing Arkland for a long time, including prior to the war. She may have useful knowledge. Not exactly. Ulrissa might be a real character, and might contribute something to the cause. Nope. Not feeling like being a character yet. Ulrissa, you were here all along? No, I was pulled in. Look, I did observe the Northern Kingdoms, but unless you want me to write a book and take all my observations as gospel, I won't do you much good. Many others were alive during that time. I hoped you might have more specialized observations. Fine. If we return to my tower, I might be able to come up with a few things. Thank you, Ulrissa. Fucking fetch quest. Just teleport me here. We're here, right? Ulrissa, can you let us in? I'm still following you. If you're so serious about it, I'll go assemble some things. Here, this is the best I can do. Oh, but this is quite useful. You even have a few artifacts preserved. Unintentionally. They fell into the tower due to all the large-scale magic being deployed. Did you observe which sites were completely destroyed, and which might be worth excavating? I kept my distance from the war. You're better off gathering that data from those who fought in it. Still, this is useful. Thank you, Ulrissa. I suppose, of all the projects your group has started, preserving the past is the least offensive. Glad to help. Really? Least offensive? What the fuck do you have against Iris's suing fetish? Wrong place. That has to be less offensive, right? She just wanted to sue an outfit. I concur. Fuck you, Larissa. I believe I can be of assistance. Oh, what do you have? My people have not been good stewards of documents until recently. But we have done our best to recover knowledge that was nearly destroyed. I am pleased to say that we do have some information about the fallen kingdoms, and would give it to you in the spirit of scholarship. That's wonderful! How much do you have? A great deal. Takkan has not only become a flourishing nation, it excels. Excelsior! They were surprisingly helpful. We'll have to thank them later. +3, nice. I'm here on behalf of the mother and her guard. I see. Please don't be so skeptical. We aren't going to demand anything absurd. That said, the mother feels some ownership over her fallen children. She would like ancient artifacts to be returned to the forests. Returned? They were never there in the first place. I know that, but it doesn't change the fact that the forest nations are the only remaining elves on Arkland. If you return some of them, I guarantee that Dargelon and Gelderon would be both grateful and good stewards of this legacy. They wouldn't be given to the Mother's Guard. We would only provide security. And maybe we could place some in your care, if we find enough. He's telling the truth, by the way. Oh, so it does... like... What's the word? Oh, I'm getting so brain farted. What's the word? Not predict. It does accommodate you doing them in opposite order. Okay. He's telling the truth, by the way. You sent him? Why not just ask us directly? Well, not that part. Sometimes they get in their heads that they've heard me, even when I haven't said anything. But I do think the Elven nations would be grateful, and I'd be happy as well. And I'll think about it. Please talk to our leader. She's the lovely lady just beside me. The Daughters of the Elves are happy to contribute to the cause. I think there's a non-zero chance that if this just gives one influence, we can do like everything, right? Hey Altina, I was asking around about the Lost Elves and I ran into a group of succubi with a really interesting story. Oh, what is it? They can tell you themselves. I'm so glad I got a chance to talk to you. I've been waiting for something just like this. Just like this? I'm not sure I understand what you mean. You see, my father was an elven lord. A really important one who got captured by the Incubus Emperor. Looks like you've cleared out the Incubus basement. You mean the... When you say Incubus basement, do you mean the Incubus Emperor's like hole in reality that was Renala's quest? Or Riala's quest? Yeah, we did do that last stream. At first it seemed like he'd be tortured for information about the Elven Kingdoms. But fortunately, the Incubus Emperor was distracted by some fetish. And that's when my mother and auntie swept in. They took him to a safe location and took good care of him. Renala, sorry, I've been playing Elden Ring. I've not been playing Elden Ring, but I like to pretend that there's a reason I say things wrong. And that's when my mother and auntie swept in. They might not have been able to save the Elven Kingdoms, but at least they gave one of their final lords a long and happy life. We'll have to catch up on more VODs, it seems. Very fair. Last stream we did Riala's quest, and we did... What's it called? We finished one more quest. What's the other quest? Karina's quest. We did Karina's quest, Riala's quest, and then also Sarai's quest. I'm glad to hear that. You watched too much Vadividya? I've not watched any Vadividya in years, actually. I watched a little bit when Elden Ring came out, but... You're wrong. You fool! How dare you assume? It's one of my favorites, along with training the Goddess Brat. I love the Goddess Brat stuff. The fact that it's a parody of... Like, I think it could be funnier, but I still love it. That it's included. I love the splash screen at the start. I wish they had more, like, very clear parody moments in it. It does follow this basic structure, though, pretty closely. I'm glad to hear that. I was born from his seed, as were all my friends here. We think of ourselves as daughters of the elves in a way. But sadly, I didn't get to know him very well before he passed. That's why I thought you could help. I'm afraid we're still trying to put together information. In the grand scheme of things, you've watched a lot more Vadi video than the average person. In the grand scheme of things, you're a fucking what's the word? Pedant? Pedant? Pedantic son of a bitch. This aesthetic is so nice. I really like this, the visuals of this game. Yeah, I agree. She got distracted telling her story. Go on, show Altina the book. Also, hello, Dank. Is Vida the gal who plays Nike? No. That's a VTuber, I believe. That might have a similar name, but no, that's not who we're talking about. We're talking about the start of the Elden Ring universe. No, the lore YouTuber who posts, here's how the I don't know, how the gods of Elden Ring started, you know? It's like, wow, okay. Give me 45 minutes of this before I go to bed. Fall asleep 20 minutes into it. Alright, take a look at this. In addition to sex, they gave my father books and all kinds of things. He kept a journal for years. But it's in a strange language we can't read, and even the elves we've talked to don't understand it. We're all desperate to learn more about him. And this journal might also reveal information about the Lost Kingdoms. I understand now. I can't read it myself, but some of it looks like Storgen. I was wondering if Aurelicy could help us. We can ask. She's gonna spawn in. No, they just... Fair enough. Yeah, this is an ancient Elvish dialect. It was dead even in the Northern Kingdoms, but some scholars still used it. Wonderful. Then you can translate it for us. I can, but not instantly. Translating a language like this requires a lot of referencing. That's okay, we can wait. 4 months pass between the start of this dialogue box and the end of this dialogue box. We just time skipped 4 months. Nothing happened. I hope the journal helps you, but the truth is that we're all so eager to learn more about our father. What? Don't phrase it like that. It sounds like a lovely story. Maybe we can share it with everyone as a way to draw attention to the Lost Kingdoms. I hope so. Our mothers worked hard to preserve the elven legacy, so we feel like we need to carry it on. Altina, I need your help with translating a particularly difficult line, so could you come over here? Huh? Okay, I'll try to help. We need to talk. Storgen only. Lost Kingdoms is crazy. Lost Kingdoms was a good game. Or Lost Kingdom. Is it Kingdoms or Kingdom? It is Kingdoms. Fair enough, there's an S there. Obviously I'm useless at translating something so scholarly. What do you really need? I don't need help. Even what I said about referencing. That would be true for doing a professional translation, but I can understand the gist easily. I'll just say it. The succubi are wrong about their father. I'm not saying malicious, but definitely mistaken. Oh dear. Okay, I heard most of that. Is it something like he wasn't actually a lord or northern elf? The story we were told was either highly idealized or what their mothers truly believed happened, but it's nothing like the truth. The elven lord who wrote this journal was captured and raped repeatedly. Damn it. Isn't there any sort of silver lining we can give them? They were so hopeful about this. What, the fact that they abused him for the rest of his life is mitigated by the fact that they gave him some books? I'd like to believe they just didn't understand. They were trying to do right by him. Likely so, but the overall impression is grim. Haven't you given any thought to the timeline here? Oh, you mean... I guess the succubi are all relatively old, so if they didn't know him as adults, he had to have died early. Well before his time, drained physically, spiritually, and mentally. Trust me, the journal is devastating. He did what countless prisoners have done, and told his captors what he thought would help him get by. Then, what do we do? It's a bitter sort of silver lining, but the book actually is a good resource on the Lost Kingdoms. He wrote a lot about it in his misery. I guess it's good that something positive came of this. But what do we actually do? The truth would crush them. This is your project, so I won't force any answers. I'm not sure there are any. Wait, do you mean just lie about the translation? What if someone else sees? There are intermediate paths. We could stress all the real information we've obtained about the Lost Kingdoms. One of the great Evolan virtues is the truth, but here, does the truth really matter? Is it hurting anyone if we bury what happened? I guess the man who suffered is already long dead. It's not like he has suffering relatives. Letting them keep their lies seems like the most expedient path. It would have been so lovely if he was taken captive, but got to live out a happy life. Altina. You want to lie. We can probably make up believable lies via our own succubi. I support the strategy, but don't want any part in the execution. I guess it's for Altina to decide, isn't it? I would do stick to safe truths. But I'm curious how they'd react to the full translation. And I did save just before, I think, so... I'm gonna do this. If they react well, then this is what I'll do. If they react poorly, I will stick to safe truths. In reality, I would stick to safe truths, I'm pretty sure. It really depends. There's too little information in like body language and vibes overall to say for sure, but I think white lies here are like there's no real downside to them, but they do mean that you don't respect their ability to handle the truth, and I would like to assume better in people that even though it sucks, that you deserve to know the full truth. There have been enough lies. Better to face the truth, no matter how difficult it is. Well, that's going to be ugly. One accurate translation coming up. That can't be true, you're lying! You always used to pat me on the head. Why would you say something like that? Why wouldn't you just lie to us? It's like you've stolen our entire childhoods. I'm sorry, everyone, but it's the truth. We've done great harm to each other in the past, and we need to do better in the future. Fuck that, give us the journal back. I'm sorry, but you won't get another answer from anyone else. Let's just go. What does it matter anymore? And with the power, we can go back. This is why you don't trust people. Lying to them feels wrong, but the truth would only cause more harm. Let's focus on the information that came of it. Fine. If I keep the journal, we can probably prevent the truth from coming out. Is that really all? I was hoping he'd have written more about himself. Or finally settled with which of our mothers he liked best. Maybe he oh my god, that's dark. All three tortured him. And, yeah, that was... Oh. He didn't like any of them, I'm sorry to say. Also, I do like that you get all hair colors here. Because, like, the black hair one is an elite succubi. So she's, like, objectively better than both sisters, right? She's just more capable. So I think it's really funny that they all come here. Shouldn't the elite succubi be the one that, like, he liked most? Just by virtue of being, like, a higher tier succubi? I'm classist. Maybe he wanted to write about his kingdom so that it wouldn't be lost to time. By bringing us the journal, you finished his work and ensured we can all remember him. Let us know if you find any saucy stories while translating, okay? You bet. Thanks again for bringing the journal. Goddess, I feel even worse. Interesting. That didn't change our influence. Does this change our influence if I do a full lie? Hurting them with the truth won't help anyone. Let's just try to encourage a better future. I'll stay on hand to provide legitimacy, but I'll leave the false translation to you. That's so cute! I'm glad we traveled all the way here to get the translation. We need a little more time to do everything right, but we'll tell you anything else we find out. Our mothers always argued about which of them he liked best. Let us know if you find any clues. What now? Do we just carry the secret in our hearts forever? What choice do we have? I almost wish I'd never started all this. Just remember that you're carrying that burden for their sake. That's burden enough without guilt or shame. They looked so happy, but that just made me feel worse. We should probably move on, but I'm always here if you want to talk, okay? Thank you, Aka. Hey, okay, that's optimal. +1, baby! I don't give a fuck how Aka is feeling. That's optimal. 5. So this is 12 in total if I do that. Do you like everything? I tried to assemble everyone I could. Oh yes, this is wonderful. How is this going to bite us in the ass? I'm going to... Okay, here's the thing. If, Or, I don't think I need that last point, is the thing. I know this can't make up for what I allowed, but... I forgive you, Iris. I understand you were trying to protect your own people. Thank you. There's so many people and considerations, it's hard to know what to do. I'm afraid I have another one for you. Putting out a general call in the Shell Estates for information I hadn't found earlier. Seems like a good thing to do. What's complicated about it? My people pick up and drop fetishes easily. The call for information will only be effective once before they get bored with it. So it needs to be what? When we have enough information? When something has changed in the Shell Estates? I believe the primary issue is overall organization of the nation. You're better suited to judging that, aren't you? True, but I'll leave the decision up to you. Wait, I'm... I'm not gonna do this one just yet then. Because I have 14 now, right? 13, okay. Wait, did I talk to everyone else? Oh, so I get +2 if I do that, and I get +1 otherwise. Okay, so... Ideally, I think I want to tell them the truth, but it gives at least, like, influence. That makes sense. Anyway, let's do this. The Shell Estates are flourishing. I don't think it'll get any better than this. Cool. Yes, let's do it. Wonderful. I'll get started immediately. Call for information. What does this give us? Hi there. I don't know much about the Northern Elven Kingdoms, but I have a proposal. What is it? The vast majority of us don't know much. Most succubi were born after they fell, and that's even more true for orcs. Maybe some Javini were alive then, but they have their own kingdom, and they aren't interested in losing any rights. That's true, but those are the things I'm trying to work against. You can't repatriate the kingdoms, so it seems to me that you need someone new to serve as the stewards of the Elven legacy. And you'd like that to be the Shell Estates? Nope, I think all of us should be cast as the stewards of the lost legacy. Make it an honor, not an obligation. Something for everyone to be proud of. Oh, I was afraid it would be treated as an obligation to be foisted on others, but this way... It could work. The legacies and secrets of the kingdoms have enough value that others could fight to host them. Speaking for succubi, I think it would be nice. Resurrecting the past is a very sexy idea. But giving up resources to all three nations, it wouldn't be cheap. I'd understand if you wouldn't want to do it. We're uncovering new things all the time. I'll see if we can't do it. That's an expensive influence check. Okay, so I got +3 influence from doing the iris thing. Also, one of my feet starting to hurt a little bit, and I walked for 2 hours, so I'm going to step off the treadmill for the rest of the stream. 1 second. I love that sound. Oh, you can hear it? The turning the thing down, my bad. I've lowered the noise gate a little bit. Whew. Okay. The thing with the blondie elf is the best option. You mean this? I was going to do this for sure. I thought it was the gas thing. Oh, no. That was me, only one pump. I'm a one-pump chump, you know? But no, I was moving the desk down for sitting position. I was trying to think. The succubi will offer you the most immediate support, but won't make anyone else particularly happy. Appeasing the elves would be an obvious choice and make it easier to acquire elven magic, but won't help in other matters. Catering to human ideals would be more of an unusual choice, but given the sheer number of humans, it has advantages. Throwing out everything won't particularly help or hurt, but you'll have more resources overall. Interesting. We're gonna do this first. Thank you so much. What have you found? Well, just as I feared, the direct sexual magic isn't adequate. Even hybrid magic has been left behind by collaborations with succubi. But it wasn't useless. The Northern Kingdoms developed some amazing magic to control elven fertility. Elven fertility? What exactly do you mean? I think the magic could be used to help couples who struggle to conceive, but the opposite is actually more interesting to me. Locking off fertility. Oh, finally. Like Proto-Un people? Seems less than useful. No, that's a wonderful thing. It doesn't burn out sexuality, just seals it away. Unless overwhelmed by greater magic, it could lock away a woman's ability to conceive. That's the wonderful thing. There appears to be no loss when it's restored. A woman could seal her womb in the prime of her life, then easily have children years later when she's ready. What? That was not what I thought. So, it stops the womb from aging? What? But like, when you go hormones though, I don't understand. Yeah, I thought that this was like contraceptives. I just thought this was contraceptives. I did not think it was time freezing the womb. Sounds like perfect birth control. I could have used that. Are you a mother? Is it safe for you? Oh, or do you just want to fuck more? Is it safe for use? Not that there's anything wrong with that, by the way. Perfectly fine to be horny and want to fuck more. Is it safe for use? Seems to me that there could be hidden problems you wouldn't learn until years later. I suppose it's... Wait, why would you assume that? I mean, not that I disagree, but it's a weird thing to assume in a... We've transformed people into hybrid races, i.e. Aka and shit like that. And I know that was under duress, but like, you've never okay. I suppose it's possible. I love when the allegory for like real world problems like shines through a little too strong. That's why I was hoping that we could test it ourselves. The sexual magic side needs to be improved, but Simon's power would be more than enough to bridge the gap. Ah, now it makes sense. I was thinking we already have perfect contraception with Simon, but we can pioneer the process for others. Well, it would also let us put off the decision of children for now, then restore our fertility if we decide differently later. I don't think there's any chance the magic could seriously harm us, but there's a small chance the restoration process wouldn't work. Do women have the... I guess you can... Well, men can, for like up to a year, restore, or have a decent odds to restore it, undo it. If they, snip the tubes, snip the sperm production. I forget exactly what the the physical way you do it is, but I know that you can undo it for quite a while. Not like 100% guaranteed, but for like up to a year, with fairly good odds. But I didn't think women could ever. It's like a combination of each. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm thinking, because like I think the closest analogy would be the male side, but I was trying to see if I was just like uneducated on how it works for women. I don't think there's any chance the magic could seriously harm us. Right. Wait. But there's a small chance the restoration process wouldn't work. Right, that's why we'd use ourselves as test subjects before trying to give the magic to others. And you don't think the fact that you all have the shard of God inside you is gonna change the results slightly. And that you're level 100. That's why we'd use ourselves, yep. Fine with me. If it never comes back, that's a plus as far as I'm concerned. Lenine, have you ever thought about wanting children? I'm not sure. Sometimes I think I would love to be a mother, but sometimes it feels wrong. Or I worry I just feel obligated as a leader. But with this, we don't have to worry about that decision now. We can focus on making the world a better place for all children. Would this work on others? I spoke with Robin and she said it would take a lot of work, so elves only, for now. But I'm apparently close enough. The data from me might help improve the spells in the future. Are you a half-elf? Well, I'm game. Is the sexual magic involved administered via dick? That would be the easiest way for Simon to apply it, yes. I assume no one has a problem with that. No, not at all. It's actually a special role for you, Altina. Simon won't be able to manage the spells on his own. Ah, I wanted to see them anyway. I'll do my best. When Simon finally came inside her and his power seized hold of her womb, it was only a formality. What the I loved catching the end of a scene. This is one of those moments where I do want to be a mother, if Simon impregnated me. No way in hell, but I have to admit that it was fun. Are you alright, Altina? Yes, it was just wonderful. Nice. No accidental pregnancies. Why are you here? I have an unorthodox suggestion. Searching for elven legacies while breaking new ground in New Givini. Isn't that already being done? If builders find anything of power, of course they'll retrieve it, but most of that was destroyed or looted. When it comes to non-Givini cultural items, not always. Sometimes they don't want to stop working to let historians examine the site. That's terrible, but what can we do about it? With enough information about past sites, and a bit of funding, we could start preemptively searching through elven sites. Probably wouldn't have any immense payoff, but the sites would be safe, and if we uncover anything that could assist you, it'll be ours. I mean, aren't you on top of where the Northern Elves lived? Okay, I understand. We'll let you know. That seems pretty good. I feel like we want that. Elven artifacts. Stewardship of the ancient Elven Kingdom. I think this is a no-brainer. Really depends on exactly how we want to use our... Let me see what this does. Dig many elf things. Dig all elf things. Let's not go overboard. Find elf things. Special thing. What my companion means to say is that our excavations, while generally productive, have also uncovered a special artifact. Much pretty, for good elf. And we have enchanted it for a specific wearer. In this case, you. Oh, you're a mage. That's very kind of you. No, I merely help dig. My companion is the one with the magical abilities. Pretty magic for pretty elf. Thank you very much. Then we immediately wipe the enchantment and put our own on top that's way stronger. This is actually pretty decent magic. The circlet doesn't have much historical value, so I'll use it. No. How about no? A crown? I didn't even process that. You're so... What the fuck do you mean a crown has no historical value? Yeah, we dug through the northern elven sites and we found a enchanted crown. Or I guess they enchanted it afterwards. But like, what are we talking about? Excellent. We'll begin as soon as we can put together maps. The work is going well. More cultural interest than any great discoveries, but we did come across this. Points of power. The only time you can just buy one of these swords. No, Kirby. Maybe it did something else, but I'm trying to get to 5 fucking swords. We're gonna prioritize the swords, okay? We're at 8 now, right? Yeah. This should be an amazing boost for everyone. Was the equipment better than what she had? It was better in every stat by 20 than what she has now, except magic, which was worse by 40. And magic is the thing I care about the most, so... but yes, we've exchanged the swords. We got to... We did the Staff of Great Necromancy, and then I think we did one more item. I believe. We did... Was it the Shining Shield? That was the last thing we did? This should be an amazing boost for everyone, and it'll draw us all together. I hope so too, and it should massively help us lead these 3 nations along better paths. Yeah, that one's a no-brainer. I've been trying to think about when our work is over, but it won't ever really end, will it? Trying to restore what was lost could be the work of a lifetime. At first, when I thought about that, I was discouraged. But that's how everything is, isn't it? We always have to keep working to make the world a better place. I was thinking the same thing. We'll keep this place open. Maybe we can even return and get some benefits from it. But the fundamental work, making a difference. I'm content. Thank you so much, Simon. Of course, Altina. Neat. So... let's see what this does here. Like, if I do human... that's +1 influence. A safe choice. Be sure to take advantage of what they're offering. I hate the term safe choice. The locals will be happy, and you might get some interesting sex out of this. Right, does that? Rejecting the decision, huh? Well, there could be wisdom in that. So I can go up to 4 if I reject it, but that seems bad. Okay. The most immediate support. Peace in the House would be the obvious choice. Easier to acquire Elven magic, which I don't care about. Wait, so does that mean, like, if I do Elven, does that change the cost of this? What would even... Like, wait, what? Oh, it would be the new Divini thing, I guess, would be cheaper. Three, 5, 6, 4, 5. Okay, so it's the same now. So let's do this. This is still free. Okay, well, we did the human one. So I assume what I should do here is... Okay, the question is, do we want to send the artifacts to the elves, or do we want to give her the crown? And I think we want to send the artifacts to the elves, so we're gonna tell a safe truth here. I don't think there's a reason to harm them more than before. Sorry that I was quiet during that, I was trying to think through all the decisions. Thank you. The Forest Nations, not to mention the Mother of Elves, will be very grateful. It's true. I think everyone in the forest will be very happy about this. Well, I don't like it, but with Grunith reformed, perhaps the Mother's Guard will be less awful. I know that Dargelon will treasure every artifact. I hope we can all cooperate more on this sort of thing, now that the goddess is on our side. Nice, cool. Efficient allocation of resources. And Altina's quest is complete. But if we get more for some reason, then, you know. We're ticking off the quests one by one. Let's, we got a lot of, tower stuff left, so let's do some tower stuff. Let's do Robin's quest. That's the wrong place. Robin wants us to enter the tower where? She wants us to enter it in... Let me think. It's not down here, is it? I completely forgot where Robin wants us to enter the tower from. It's definitely not here. Wasn't it Renfnor Wilds? Wasn't it up here or something? No, that was the second Lilith quest. Oh, I forgot we have the NPC. What the fuck are you doing here, Lenine? Oh my god. Hello, Simon. After our work together, expanding the elven presence on Arkland, I got even more ambitious. Don't worry, I didn't overreach, but I've been making a few connections to elven traders across the Renfnor Wilds. And there are a few, very few people trading in the kinds of powerful materials that Wendy's needs to create equipment. Unfortunately, even they don't have any on hand to be purchased, but they're familiar with the process enough they could convert some resources. Convert other materials into high-end resources? I wish. If we have something of roughly equal strength, we could alter its form. But that's as far as my work could take me, so I don't think I can get anyone to agree to do it more than once. Then it's an additional degree of flexibility. Thank you, Lunin. Just let me know. Okay, so it's if I don't have the endgame stuff I want to give the party members I care for items, I can trade ones I don't want to use. I get it. Order thaumaturgy, right. I needed to be here to remember. She's just vibing in the order of thaumaturgy. Yeah, let's do tower stuff. Everyone, please be on your guard. I'm not sure what threats we'll face. We've sped up, we've night-cored the song. We're through, and it seems the region has resolved as we'd hoped. Excellent work, Robin. This is an archive of lost power, one could say. A repository for things rare and dangerous. I hope to be able to find materials for my crystal, but everyone else should be alert for potential resources they can use. We attune things particularly to the arcane magic, so we Succubi will be playing support here. Not a problem, the mages have carried us so far, we should help them get off too. Let's explore carefully, remain alert in case the thieves arrive. The thieves? What the fuck? There's one more problem. Due to the density of magic here, we won't be able to navigate gaps as easily. But we should be able to slowly increase our access similar to tower knots. Oh no. This is a save outside the list save for sure. I think if I go across a gap here, I won't be able to come back. I love that we did Lilith first. I was like, what debuff is that? Then I read it and it said mana drain, and I'm like, yeah, that's sick. Good job mana draining me, you fuck. Oh, minus 100 mana a turn? Oh, that's awful. Anyway, let me just, I can only use this in the overworld? That's so annoying. Never mind. I do have to do it in combat. That's annoying, but fine. Fake papers, fake papers. Wait, what's this? Found 439 sex. We tried to search for raw sex crystals, instead of random artifacts that might be less flexible. I'm glad it worked, for here at least. We can convert these to anything we need. That is how money works, correct. As per usual, the tower books are sadly fake, but there does seem to be power here. Let's search the shelf and it may resolve this domain for us. Ah, there it is. We partially gained control of the mana in this region, which should allow us to bridge gaps the way we can in lesser tower regions. Oh, okay, so it's not... I thought it was going to be like a one-time only you can walk over the ice, but no, it just means they're blocked off. Okay, that's way less annoying. Why do I even have Karina in my party? They're not dealing any damage. Wait, these books. More gibberish. This once I'd like to find actual books in the tower. But there is some flicker of meaning here, isn't there? Perhaps we can track it. You're right. Let's examine the shells for other hints. But I warn you, following this trail will require an exceedingly close inspection of the area. I'm gonna kill myself. It's for a shining sword, isn't it? Random 404. Can I get a map of where to check later, so that I don't have to walk around? Oh my god. Okay, fair enough. We're gonna get the shining sword. Don't worry. Free mana potions. Not as useful as sex crystals, but I suppose inevitable. $895 sex. Oh, that's the trail I think we're chasing. So it does produce like a sparkle. Oh, this is what I need. Not surprisingly easy. I may have focused too much on my personal goals. Also known as our primary objective, so you shouldn't feel guilty. There are a lot of other paths to explore, right? With stuff for everyone else, if I know Robin. That was the goal, yes. Let's explore what we can before returning here. But we'll make sure to come back for what you need. When we do, we'll need to face off against particularly potent entities to capture their energy. As per usual. We've been in the dungeoneering game before, we know how it works. Mana Nullifier. Don't like that. Randomness, go. Oh my god, she starts with 100 SP now, I forgot. Mana Shock. Shock. I mean, they're technically not unusable. Technically viable. I still can't believe we're over level 100. It's crazy. More almost comprehensible books. They've been easy to find so far, but the thread feels locked away. Hard to perceive. Oh, so the thread we're following there is... It's a small black flash instead, but it does have an indicator. Unstable soul. Okay, you're gonna be horseshit, I know. Guaranteed that you're horseshit. Love that. The arousing aura doesn't change because it doesn't use mana. That's sick. Found a bunch of sex. Trying to see if I can see the like black flash thing that I saw before. Oh, it's on the thing over there. Don't mind me, I'm not minding you. I appreciate you, Kirby. I don't mind you. Found 619 sex. I wish I had that much sex, but unfortunately I don't. I do have fuck luck though, that's for sure. Wait, did Vala block the heal? Oh yeah, right, because Succubi. Wait, it only blocks the heal, but not the buff? That's hilarious. I should clean my keyboard. Been there. I feel you. That said, I did clean my keyboard not too long ago, so I don't feel you anymore, I suppose. I've ascended beyond needing to clean my keyboard by cleaning my keyboard. Found 483 secs. I love that we turned into Robin. That jump scared me a little bit. Father? Everyone? Oh, it's the mage killers. Well, well, who is this? I mean, like, Robin is level 100. You're about to get turbo-owned. How did they get here? They mentioned thieves at the start of this. I think I think at the start of this plot point, we mentioned the mage killers, and it's just been like 10 streams since then. So, you know, it's just like we've lost the plot. Well, well, who is this? Shit, it's her. Stay focused. Stay focused, M. Our best chance is to capture her. How did they get here? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that we followed them in here. I'm just saying I think that was established earlier in the plot, and we just had 10 streams in between, so we've all forgotten it. Our best chance is to capture her while she's isolated. Unless you'd be so kind as to surrender. Do we need to fight at all? We're only here to explore. Liar, you're here searching for us, aren't you? So you're the thieves. Oopsie, I don't think we can stay ahead of the order if they know. Then we have no choice but to kill you. I'm sorry. It would be better to discuss this. My allies will... You couldn't beat me last time. Hitting the heal that gives me 5,000 HP. So, do you want to talk now? I feel like you could have avoided that. Robin was victorious! Grey hat found. Fuck, one girl took us all out. Run away now? Activate the spell. Oh, that worries me. We couldn't penetrate your spell quickly, but we could twist everything outside it. Robin, are you alright? I'll manage. Yeah, Dad, I fucking owned them. Like, it wasn't even remotely close. But I'll say I'll manage, like, they actually did damage to me. We should first secure the mage killers, hopefully to imprison them for good. I take it they were the thieves? Using tower magic they imperfectly learned during all these major conflicts, yes. I can't break any of these, they're too strong. And we finally lost. What are you going to do to us? Let's fuck 'em! Yara. Oh, come on. There's 4 of them and they have matching outfits and everything. What, you're imagining lining them up for an aesthetic orgy? I suppose? Yeah, you're getting it. Either paired with color-matching partners or 4 Simons railing them. That's rape, Yara. Why couldn't the mage killers have been succubi? But it's your victory, so I won't say anything. We'll let them go unfucked. You're letting us go? No. Your bandits have committed numerous crimes. You'll be treated accordingly. Shit. We did acquire a potentially useful hat from them. We might find more applications for it later, but for now we should focus on clearing this place. Oh, Staff of Pure Necromancy is a thing in here. Held on behalf of Win. Good to know, good to know. I thought that we just have a grey hat here, but it's actually an armor piece. I assume it's for Robin. Potent magical hat dropped by one of the mage killers. Elemental defense. That's pretty good. Just take less LE damage for everyone that can wear it. Is that better than the stuff that Lilith has? Yeah, do I want lightning defense or all LE defense? I'll take all LE defense, thank you. Also, I gotta fix my fucking formation. Stop defaulting me back. Found 1,206 sex. One time I would like to get better move than what I'm getting on random. I'm just getting dog shit every time I press random. I'm lost. Where's the... I don't see any spark to interact with that I have access to, because I don't have anywhere I can go from here. Oh, I can go to the top. Oh no, but that's to exit up there. Oh, I can go here. That makes sense. There we go. Did that open up the other side here? It did. Good. We still have the thread. These books are almost readable. Search for a black spark that visually melts in with the background super hard. Don't see it here. Need to climb the ladder. Oh my god, is... Was it visible or was it completely invisible? I didn't clock it. Thank you very much. That would have taken 4 hours. How did you see that one? One is invisible in the black. Okay, so fair enough. If it was fully invisible, that's crazy. I probably would have found out eventually, but I think you saved us like 20 minutes of crashing out on stream over that. You've done a wonderful service for the community. Thank you very much. I just remember how much I swore over it. You know what? Reasonable crash out. Found arcane drop. Curious. It's a magical ingredient suitable for a potion, but I can't imagine how it could be used. We'll just preserve it for now. Level 100. Every time I see 100, I feel like something's gone wrong. RPGs weren't made, weren't like designed with levels over 99 in mind. Found large mana potion. Like, that's just fake. Everyone knows that's fake. Oh my god. It's not even a problem that you're healing, it's a problem how long you're taking to heal. Bro. Was that called blood wine? What the fuck? Okay. We did it. Dude, she does so much damage. She's so strong. I love Lilith. Lilith, my bae, my beloved. Dude, they cannot deal damage to her. It just is impossible. That's so sick. Oh my god, there's another black flash thing there. Let me go get that before I forget. Is this really going to be worth it? I hope so. No, took the words right out of my mouth. Optional boss fight. Ahead, there's a focal point in the tower that would produce truly unfair levels of arcane fire. But our knowledge of such magic has expanded vastly. We could undermine the magic set against us if we so choose. At some cost, I presume, or you wouldn't speak so conditionally. Weakening the threat would also weaken the reward offered, and I fear we cannot avoid this connection. Understood. Better to know and make the choice consciously. Well, we're just gonna beat it. Flame Lord emerged. That's what they call me on the internet. to change my party at all. It's so easy, this game, man. La-di-da, la-di-da. Hello, boys. Good tussle, ain't it? Easy first try. Found true gold. I hope that you'll be able to put it to use. You look disappointed? I'd hoped, given my focus on arcane magic, I could acquire something like an arcane formation. Not for myself, you understand, but for others. We could always use more divine materials, and the succubi need endless amounts of their own. Well, you can't control everything. This is still useful, right? True gold is rare. That means it has fewer established uses, but it could well prove valuable. Yes, I hope it'll be useful. Well, that was unfair levels of damage. Thankfully, Lilith gives 0 fucks, so she just easily handled it. A little bit of poison, you know. Turns out fire is not immune to poison. Especially a Flame Lord. They're on the internet, so, you know, they're extra susceptible. Hey, there's a book in one of these cases. Cumnum doesn't understand the words. Cumnum is not good at any words, but these are extra confusing. Unfortunately, tarot books are generally the impression of knowledge more than the truth of it. Despite the fact that this is a place of arcane magic, ruled by comprehensible laws. Karina did kill it. Karina buffed with Lilith, so she lived one more turn, and then she finished them off with the poison damage. So, like, Karina was the key to make sure Lilith didn't die turn 1. Many people just want there to be big, whooshy sparklies. They do not like rules. That is remarkably astute, Kum. But we're getting closer, right? Yes, let's keep searching for more substantial books. Looking out for any black sparklies. There it is. Almost. So very close. Finally, I think... Father, I'm not imagining this, right? It seems comprehensible to me. Seems like a book of philosophy, but I don't recognize the author. Something Nietzsche? We may have actually extracted an ancient text from the tower. Remarkable. Oh, and there are others. A treatise... Isn't it treatise? Treatise on farming. A census. An ancient Yihilini novel. This may seem trivial, but I'm really quite pleased. No, it's a remarkable achievement. A book on ancient armor. That's actually quite fascinating. No, I added that, Kirby. Sorry. That was a joke I made. I added it to the text because I thought it was funny to imagine him being isekai'd into Yihilin. I don't recognize the author. Yeah, no, I added it. A book on ancient armor. That's actually quite fascinating. No dirty pictures yet, but I'll keep looking. Let's take them back and put them in the base. Yes, we can read them at our leisure once we're safe. This one wasn't here before. Let's continue unraveling it. Was there anything we couldn't access before? Yes, there was one more book. Oh my god, I took the long way around. This book is isolated, as if it's important, yet it feels more like magical energy than a real book. Ooh, but it has naked pictures in it! Almost like a sex manual, except it's pretty incoherent. The sexiness of confusion. You know, I think this magical energy could actually be put to good use if Robin takes control of it. Robin, why does your special tower location have this? Did we manage to inject some sexiness into you? Obviously, I was seeking power for you succubi. My confidence remains impenetrable, unlike you. Comdom thinks that Simonette can put the sparklies into her friends. Yes, I hope so. I believe there are 3 classical elements here, each tinged with sexual magic, so... Comdom wants this one! Comdom learned electric masturbation. Good, we'll have to fight together for you to use it, but that could be helpful. Me next, me next! Nalili learned flaming thrust. Usually I want others to do the thrusting, but nice, I can help with fire stuff. Lastly, I believe this one is suited for Yara. Yara learned Ice Whip. Oh, you really grasped that. That's right, I may be a sexual specialist, but I've got enough arcane magic that I should be able to use this without you. Not that I want us to be further apart, you understand, just for the sexy flexibility. I'm afraid there's nothing for you, Riala, but given your capabilities, I thought... Yes, a very reasonable decision. I certainly won't be offended. You're useless! What are you talking about? I hope these skills will help us a little. Was Nalili's conditional on being with... Yeah, it's with Robin. Fair enough. But... Yara getting another whip is really good. She really has become the omni-mage of sexual magic. I believe that's everything. Have we done everything we need to do here? Moving on will collapse this place. Stop full healing, you motherfucker. Fucking mana drain, I hate that. But it's okay, it's the final fight, so who really gives a fuck, you know? Easy money. Excellent work, everyone. We've unlocked the sort of magical energy I need. You're going to incorporate all this arcane energy into your equipment, I assume? Yes, I had hoped to enrich a crystal to its maximum potential, then etch in these patterns to contain it. Comdump is good at pretty shapes. Yes, I'll need everyone's help to produce an adequate crystal. Sounds like a worthy project. You as well, Father. The raw potential of your neutralized shard will be essential. Glad to be able to help. He's such a people pleaser. He's just like me. Transform the arcane crystal into the master crystal. It is so pretty, like Simonette. Extraordinary. You should be proud. So, that concludes my request. Thank you. Why so formal? I've noticed the others' requests. Intimate goals, dream projects, and so forth. I don't have anything like that, but I did what I could, and I hope this journey has helped everyone, even if it's a bit impersonal. Robin, have I ever discouraged you from being practical? I suppose not. Forgive my foolishness. It's nothing to forgive. You know I'm always proud of you, but I love seeing you put this together. I hope it'll help us survive this. If we do, we'll have plenty of time in the future for personal affairs. That's my girl. Please give us a moment to close off this region. I feel so safe here. I've always felt safe with you. Aww. Ready to go back? Just a little longer. That's cute. $20 defense, 50 magic, 60 magic defense, 20 agility. Not bad, not bad. Pretty good. Pretty good. What do we do next? I think at this point, I want to go back and... I feel like we've looked at enough shit for Wynn's quest at this point. So I want to go do the second part of Wynn's thing, right? So does Sarai have anything to say after her quest? I forgot if we checked. Maybe we did, but I forgot. I think maybe she got a new sex position. Which is really like a reward in and of itself. What the fuck are you doing here? You weren't here before. 90% sure you weren't here before. Excuse me, I thought that you might be interested to know that Philon has a public exam regarding school placements. It does not seek to measure the sort of raw potential you do, but it does seek to be fair to all. I could share the information I know, if that would be of use to you. Is it not? Just trying to figure out if there's a way you could create a test that would turn on me somehow. But otherwise, heck yeah, give me those state secrets. These are honestly very useful notes. Thank you, Sestris. Happy to help. I'm glad we saved that. For after we did Philon then. If only the three nations had been united, we might have been able to prevent more damage to New Divini. Well, fuck you. I'm playing optimally and I hate New Divini. It's time to put together my version of an intelligence test. Alright everyone, I've selected you for your testing experience or general wonderfulness. I look forward to putting together a test of our own. Seems like an interesting exercise. Do we need to be concerned about any of the organizations we took inspiration from, blaming us for copying their tests? I'd say not. I have some pretty strong ideas about how things should be done. But feel free to tell me I'm wrong. We need to ruthlessly eliminate flawed questions. Why don't we get started? Sure, the test will never be perfect, but it'll be close enough. Wouldn't the world be a better place if we could actually get rid of the worst? And just who will make your clothes and your food? Do you want to do those things? Okay, don't like that argument. No, but surely some smart people will like that sort of thing, or can be sufficiently compensated for their work. I imagine it would still be hard to make a living at all the fun jobs. We could just do them better without all the idiots. You know, both of you are quote-unquote problematic, but Wynn is somehow less problematic. I suspect malnutrition plays a role in the mind's development. Your world would still have an underclass, and I suspect many of the same patterns would repeat. Not if we get ahead of that. Imagine a world with cheap magical constructs everywhere, handling the worst jobs. Ah, like AI. Building and maintaining those constructs wouldn't be a miserable job. The floor would be permanently raised for everyone. You've almost convinced me. See, we just need to overcome the inertia of the status quo. Robin, I'm glad you're working so hard, but you don't need to work all the time. Surely you have thoughts. Crystal miners. What about them? Magical crystals don't congeal from pure spellcraft. You need physical laborers to mine them, and you can't replace them with spells or constructs because they risk resonating with the crystals. Couldn't you armor a construct to... Dang, I guess the risk of a resonance explosion is actually pretty high. So is your point just that even the highest magic requires people to do less rigorous work? Everything does, except for the tiny percentage of people who use teleportation. Most trade needs to be done by raw labor. If all farmers stopped working, society would fall apart much faster than if all mages stopped working. In the short term maybe, but you can replace one a lot easier than the other. But I'm not anti-farmer, I'm just saying that our test needs to find the smart farmers. They can probably do it way better without others slowing them down. Do you spend a lot of time farming, Wynn? Hey, don't talk like I'm some noble who doesn't know about work. I think our focus has drifted off topic. The purpose of the test. You're right, the ranking part might be necessary for a valid test, but that's not the end goal. We want to find the potential in society that's currently being lost. Thank you for reminding me, Simon. But on that note, we can't create a perfect test. We'll need to make decisions regarding what to prioritize. I've been thinking about that. I think we have 3 options. We want accuracy above all, but the question is whether we get there through rigor or by trying to eliminate bias. We could also try to balance everything, but I guarantee that option will be weaker on average. I think for testing, eliminating bias is always worse than communicating it and being rigorous. There'll be time to polish rough edges later, but I suppose we need to decide now. Personally, I'm concerned about bias against succubi, but there's only so much we can do now. Oh, they mean... Yeah, I suppose that's true. We want it to be universal, right? So it's probably objectivity we want. What would I do? I'd probably do rigor, personally. So let's do that. Great, a hard test is way more fun, anyway. And done. This has been a pleasure. I feel some sympathy for my instructors who struggled making exams. How do you evaluate everything so far? Here's my judgment on my tests so far. Intensity 40, accuracy 40, and bias 84. I don't know if that's really bad bias or really good bias. But I'm not satisfied. We need to have large populations take this test so we can refine it further. It's something we'll have to work on during our travels. We can all reconvene once we have enough data. And unfortunately, with that, because I'm going to go to the gym in like 30-40 minutes, I am going to end the stream here because I feel like we can't really start anything else. There's not enough time to do anything else like substantial. So I'm going to park my character here, park the party here, right in front of the test so that we know to click it next time. And then we're gonna walk around and do Win's testing and Uya's testing probably. And then probably another tower segment, is my guess, like Orkins or Balias. And that, I think, is it for me today. I'll try to get a stream in tomorrow. I think I should be able to, but I've been feeling really like off and on physically the past week or so, so it's hard to know if I'm gonna be up to it tomorrow. Regardless, all I have to say is thanks for watching, and bye nerds!